St. Cecilia, Levitt Pavilion, Steel Stacks, August 14th, 2026. I saw the band description on the website, and as soon as I see original rock, yeah, that pretty much, okay, beautiful summer night, going to be perfect. Now, this band really surprised me. And to begin with, I didn't know where they were from. This is an original rock band touring the United States on the last part of the tour from a small town in Costa Rica. They personified rock music. And when I say that, it wasn't only the hard, raw power of the genre, it was also, especially their second last song, and I don't remember what it was called to save my life, but the pure, raw emotion of the genre. If you grew up in, especially if you grew up in the 70s and 80s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even now, if you listen to a lot of indie rock bands. One thing that really took the entire performance over the top for me, and for a few people I talked to, excuse me, it wasn't just a performance. It was something, where you sat there, you listened to the band, they're moving on the stage, etc. It was a true experience where the lead singer really took it down to a personal level, and at the end of the show kind of gave us a different perspective on something. Where at one point in the show he's like, yeah, he mentioned the Steelers, and he's like, which is Pittsburgh's football team. He got booed like you wouldn't believe, right? And everybody starts saying Eagles, Eagles. And he's like, this is kind of like, okay, I'm confused. We have this behind us. This is at one point, known for steel, worldwide, world famous for steel. And the team's not the Steelers. It was so cool the way he did it, because, a lot of people didn't get it, but at the end of the show, I'm like, it's great to see an outside perspective on something. You can tell I'm laughing here. The whole thing was just fucking hysterical. And I'm not laughing at the singer, which is the way he did it. He was seriously joking around with the crowd. Really took it down to a personal level, and ended up engaging in a conversation with a couple individuals in the entire crowd. Back to the important part, the music. Sorry about that. It's just, I love it when you have a true experience, regardless of genre, when you go to see a band. And St. Cecilia pulled that off to fucking perfection. And trust me, the number of bands I've reviewed alone are in the thousands. But back to the music. When I say they personify the rock genre and performing in general, they knew how to build it, how to build up the pace, the energy, and then they knew how to back it down. Kind of like the roller coaster ride that you need in certain genres, rock being one of them. You build it up, you slam it hard, and it's like, okay, time to back it down a little and keep. Oh yeah, it really keeps people's attention on the stage. Whereas there's one performance in Music Fest, it was like all pretty much low key and mellow. Halfway through the performance, I'm scrolling through Instagram. I very barely do that. So anyway, and what I truly fucking loved, 90 minutes of originals. Came up with a theory, and I tell a lot of people this when I have a conversation with them. Covers are great. Honestly, I love a good cover band if they do something different with the song and kind of make it their own. Covers, I apologize, well, they show the range of a band. Originals show what they can really do and really who they are. St. Cecilia had that nailed down to just automatic second nature. Like there were times there was like, okay, they were tuning or whatever, and okay, a little bit of silence, but just in the way they were on stage. Levitt Pavilion, check the photos and videos, is actually is a large stage. They weren't afraid to use it. They weren't afraid to show people, not only through their music and vocals, but through their performing, that hey, we love this. We truly love rock music. We truly love performing. We are having a great fucking time. And Saint Cecilia pulled that. I told the band members, I was had a short conversation with the band after the show. I said, I was mentioning different aspects, and said, you nailed every single one of them that I looked for in a performance. I am so glad I did not decide to stay inside tonight, and a week later continue going through the photos, videos, and uploading your reviews. I am so glad I went out to see Saint Cecilia. Seriously, it was just a true rock experience. Did it remind me? And before I forget, one other important aspect, and I told one of the band members this. I said, one of the things I loved is you combine different aspects in your music. Now, honestly, I don't know anything about the culture, the Costa Rican culture. I said, but you could tell from people even not familiar with it that you incorporate your own culture, your own country into your music. Plus, I think one song made me think to a minor extent, I was like, yeah, the Rolling Stones, just like my influences that the band, different influences that band may or may not have. Saint Cecilia, if you have a chance to experience this band, seriously, if you love rock, even if you don't love the genre, if you want to love going out and truly experiencing the band, and to a point becoming part of the show with their interaction, this is a band you have to see. Michael Phoenix, founder staff, FireCity Illusion. To your family and friends, as always, please continue to stay safe and wish you all the best and much success in your lives.